Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. I am your Purple Hearts girl. If you are new here, welcome. On my channel, I do all kinds of subscription boxes. I try to bring you the most new and recent subscription boxes, and I try to bring you subscription boxes from family-owned businesses. That's where my heart is. And if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know I am a huge advocate of mental health. And today is National Mental Health Day. So on my channel, I'm going to start doing Mental Health Mondays. And what I mean by that is I'm really going to start dedicating Mondays to specifically mental health videos. Like today's video is going to be on the Silk and Sonder subscription box. This is an excellent box. It is a journal and a planner specifically for mental health, all in one. If you are interested to learn about the Silk and Sonder subscription, then go ahead and continue watching. As I was saying, I am a huge advocate for mental health. I have 18 years experience in the medical field, and I currently work in behavioral health. I help those fighting addiction, depression, anxiety, and we all know these last couple of years have been extremely difficult. And so I have been really dedicating myself to finding what I can to help you guys fight this battle that we have out there. We have this horrific pandemic that is out there, with people that have lost jobs, people that have lost family members, people that are still battling this nasty pandemic. And so I'm going to do my part to bring more awareness to mental health and mental health activities, mental health journal and subscription boxes. And that is what today is all about. Before I get into the Silk and Sonder subscription box, I do want to provide some numbers to you. I have provided these numbers to you before in the past. And these numbers will be rolling before my video, and they will also be rolling at the end of my video. These are numbers for you to utilize. I'm just going to hold these up right here. I'm just making sure they're in the screenshot. But see, they're numbers for suicide, bullying, assault, depression, mental health. If these numbers don't work, I have another set of numbers for you. National Suicide Hotline. And again, I will have these numbers for you linked down below. Now, today's video is on a subscription that I have found and absolutely fell in love with. And I've been utilizing it. So how it works, I know the benefits of the Silk and Sonder. It's a planner and journal combined in one. My October book, I started out in September, and this is what my September book looks like. I'm going to do a flip through of my September book. Before I do that, I'm going to give you a little bit of information about them. As I was saying, this is part journal and part self-care and part planner. This book is backed by Positive Psychology, and it's delivered to your door every month for only $19 a month. That is it. This planner and journal and all of the activities that come with it is only $19 a month. Very, very affordable. And they did that so as many people as possible can utilize the benefits of this book. I absolutely love how this is small and compact, very convenient and easy to carry around, fits nicely in your purse, fits nice and snug and discreetly in your drawer. Very easy to put this away because it is so small. But you know the saying, big surprises come in little packages. This is full of activity. It's packed with a punch. Such useful tools and so many benefits. I absolutely fell in love with this. When you originally get your first package, when you first order this, this is how your first package will come. It comes just like this. When you open it, this is what your package looks like. It comes with this instruction kit. And for example, this right here, you can fit this inside your book. I keep mine in the back of my book. Again, I will do a flip through to show you what mine looks like inside and how I have it all set up. But I love how it says here, I am, and then it has your affirmation. And isn't this just a beautiful card? In here, it gives you a feeling wheel. So this helps you with your mood tracker, which is in here. I love this note. There's a note in here from the author. And again, with the gorgeous paper and the gorgeous art on here. It says, hello there. We are so excited to have you join our growing Sonder family. I can't wait to watch you learn and grow and thrive as you kickstart your daily self-care journey with us and your fellow members. Every month you get the chance to start afresh or dive deeper. Be patient with yourself and know that we are cheering you on through the thick and thin of every step of the way. I at Silk and Sonder because I was tired of watching myself and others shove our ideas, passions, and priorities to the sideline due to the imposter syndrome, self-doubt, or fear. So I created a canvas that's yours to fill. When we show up for ourselves, we show up better for our families, colleagues, and the world. Miha, the founder and the CEO. On here, it goes over what the daily rituals are. This is what is really neat. It has a new member checklist, a checklist guide that helps you with each step. You applied to the Sonder Club, you have selected your habits, you selected your moods, you've chosen your accessories, you're committed to a routine, and you introduced yourself to the Sonder Club. And I'm going to get into that more. The Silk and Sonder Club is absolutely fantastic. On their website, you can join this members club and you have all of this people supporting you and a huge support group that know exactly what you're going through and can help you with your journey every step of the way. It's just so fabulous. Here is a pamphlet on frequently asked questions. And all of this is all nice and neatly tucked in this gorgeous envelope. And again, this just fits nice and neat on the inside of your book. And this is what your book comes in. So when you unwrap that tissue, here is what the September book looks like. Very absolutely gorgeous artwork on the front of these covers, front and back. And when you open your book, you have another page, you have another pamphlet on here. This says on here, do you want to know the secret to success? Accountability. At Silk and Sonder, we're making accountability easier than ever by offering you this safe space for inspiration, peer-to-peer support, and daily self-care. Download our mobile app to gain exclusive access to the Sonder Club, self-care games, and content discovery. And then they have it on here again. Join us with the daily rituals, which this is actually very neat. This was super fun to do. On the inside covers, for example, here you have, in case of loss, please return. And you can fill out your information here. I personally myself would not be carrying this around because I have such personal information in this that this does not leave my house. But if you choose to take this with you, it does give you information. So if it is lost, someone can return it to you. On this side, you have your index page. You got little note section right here. Then on the next page, you have another letter from the editor. These are always so sweet and so very inspirational. She's very well spoken and it's a very easy read. Then you have your instruction sheet. This is very helpful if you are new to Silk and Sonder. When you use your new member guidebook and your instructions and you read them along with the instruction sheet and you put the two together, It really helps you to understand how you utilize and benefit the most out of each of these activities and out of each page that you fill out. They have in here a mood tracker, a habit tracker, a sleep tracker, a mind and body health plan. Then you have the year at a glance. And I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning, but all of the books are set up very similar. And you will see that when I show you the October box. So you always get a year at a glance, and then you always get the monthly. This is probably one of my most favorite activities is on here. You have the previous month's reflections, like the September book had the August reflections. And then you have the current month intentions. So this had September intentions, spiritual health, physical health, money management, your personal life, your key relationships, your professional goals. Then the next page, you have 4 future months. They call it your future log. So you have 4 months worth of notes and a calendar. So you can have a little bit of planning ahead. And they have a mood tracker, which I will explain this to you a little bit more. This is actually this is new for me, and it was very interesting and really kind of exciting to watch it come to fruition. Watch how it all unfolded. It was really neat. And then you have your habit tracker. You just write your habits, and then if you completed that habit for the day, you mark it. And you have that for the whole entire month for all of your habits listed. I have a sleep tracker. For this month, you have a joy log. You write down every day something that brought you joy, which I really enjoyed this. I actually continue to do this. Then it gives you journaling prompts. This page says 5 things in your life that bring you joy. Write about a time or an instant that has delighted you. Visualize a space that brings you joy, and what did that space look like? Write about your favorite day of the year and what makes it your favorite day of the year. And what's the biggest influence and happiness of your life? It has a joy gumball machine. This, again, was also fun. You write down things that bring you joy, journaling, reading, cup of hot cocoa, and you color code it. And every time you do one of those things, you color your gumballs in. And then this was fun. This was a joy sketch. You look around your area, you find 3 things that bring you joy, and they want you to sketch or doodle it. That was fun. Has the yummy recipes in here. I'll use a good homemade recipe. It's got a section for notes. This is one of my favorites. I love adult coloring books, and I absolutely love doing this type of art and coloring this in. For me, it is so therapeutic. Absolutely love doing these kind of activities. Then it gives you a my favorites page, like my favorite scar and what it's from, my favorite book, favorite time of the month. Then it gives you more notes. I'll show you how I utilize my notes page because I use them different. Gives you a little message inside, and then gives you a monthly expense tracker. And this is where you get into your weeks. So you have your month, and then it gives you your monthly to-dos, your weekly goals, your must. This is what, your weekly to-dos, your habit and activity tracker, your 3 major weekly goals, and what you want to feel that week. And then on this side, you have your meal plan. You have a shopping list, mind and body health plan. Like Monday, you want to take a hot bath. Tuesday, you want to spend time outside next to the fire pit with a cup of hot chocolate. And then it says a great food, a great memory, and a great song. And then you have your weekly layout where you do your weekly journaling. And I had so much fun with this. Absolutely. Continues on through the weeks of the month. You have, again, more notes pages. And then the book ends. I'm now going to show you how I filled out my September book. This is what my September book looks like right here. And I tabbed it off, so when I needed to get to my notes page, or I wanted to get to my artwork, or when I wanted to get to my journaling, I could easily flip to it. And so, of course, you have your information here, and then you have your index. And I put a little note right here. I said, this is my first month starting this journey. I'm super excited to see where this takes me, and I have needed this for a long time, and boy, and so again, you have the letter from the author, you have your instruction sheet, and this is what my September calendar looks. I am a busy mama. I work full time, and I do YouTube full time, and I have a website, and I have merchandise, and I take care of my family household, and we have rescues. So mama is a busy mama. On top of that, I have autoimmune disease disorder, and I'm on chemotherapy. So I tell you what, I mean, this is my month. I'm busy. And then this was these pages. October, November, December. So I was able to kind of fill in and keep track of what I had going on for the rest of the year. These were my August reflections. Talked about my August wins, my August hiccups. For example, I got to spend a lot of time with my older son. My older son moved closer to home, and I got to spend a lot of time with him. And him and I work Monday through Friday days. He works nights and weekends, so we hardly ever get to see each other. And he got a new job, and he got to move closer to home, and so I got to spend a whole bunch of time with him. That was a huge August win for me. An August hiccup was... I'm just going to say this one. I was not able to upload as many YouTube videos as I would have liked. There was a lot of family situations going on, a lot of family illnesses going on. My August favorite moments, again, I put seeing my son, and hard moments was when my autoimmune disease got worse, and my chemo dose had to go up, and, so there's an example of a hard month. What I want to stop, what I want to start, and what I want to continue. And so I just kind of listed my goals for that. And then on this page was my September intentions page. So for my spiritual health, I just wanted to continue and grow closer to God. And I wanted to start journaling more and having a little bit more Bible time and journaling time for myself. I've started getting into journaling more, but I wasn't journaling and having that quiet prayer time and Bible time and reading time and journal time as much as I would like. So that was one of my goals for spiritual health. Same with physical health. I want to continue to eat healthy. I'm a vegetarian, so I eat pretty healthy, but I also like my sweets. I like my cake. I wanted to start exercising a little bit more. Money management. I want to start saving a little bit more, and I wanted to start a cash and stash program starting next year. So I kind of have that as one of my goals. Talked about personal life, my key relationships, professional goals. This is kind of how I filled that out. This is what my mood tracker looked like. So I have this first color, happy, was yellow. Then proud was purple, pink was excited, green was angry, sad was blue, and orange was frustrated. So for example, on day one, I woke up and I was pretty happy that morning. And then a little bit later that day, I was pretty excited. And then I was pretty proud that day. So I filled in the yellow and the color for the proud and the color for happy. And so let's go, for example, on this day. This day, on the 13th day, I was pretty frustrated and I was pretty angry. So I put in that I was frustrated that day and I was pretty angry that day. I had a few had a few of those. August was, excuse me, this was September. September was a tough month. So I had a, but it helps you keep track of what your happy moments and your proud moments, and when you get frustrated and when you get, it really helps you keep track of that and be more aware of it. This was my habit tracker for September. I have on here exercising, planking, reading more, Bible study, YouTube, art and coloring, time with hubby, and time with my fur babies. And then each day that I accomplished one of these tasks, I just filled in with a little heart. And it just goes all the way around. So that's how I kept track of my September habit tracker. Oops, got that. Then this was my sleep tracker. Time I fell asleep, 9:45. Time I woke up, 4:11 a.m. The number of hours. How I felt okay, not too bad, a little tired. And then I marked how rested I was. On this day, I fell asleep at 10:30, woke up at 6:10, about 7 hours of sleep. I was tired, I did not sleep too well, and that was a 1. So it helps you keep track of when you fall asleep, when you wake up, how many hours, how you felt, on a tired scale of 1 to 5. So it really helps you keep track. Wow, I need to go to bed earlier, or I need to wake up later, or I need to do something different to get a little bit more sleep. So that is really neat. I've never kept track of this before, so that was fun to do that. And I really realized I don't really get that much sleep when I look at this. I mean, sometimes I'm getting as little as 4 hours, 5 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Or sometimes it's interesting because I would get like one night 4 hours of sleep, another night 4 hours, another night 5 hours, another night 4 hours. And then all those days in a row of very little sleep. And then my next night I would have like 10 hours. It's like my body was so tired because I hadn't slept very much the last few nights that I finally get a good night's sleep in. Oh, this was really neat. This was the joy log. So every single day I wrote something that brought me joy. Jonathan, I got to talk and spend a lot of time and had a good dinner with my son Jonathan today. Got to spend good quality time with my hubby. And this one was my husband and I went on a nice walk and we got to spend some time outside with our fur babies. So just every day, something that brought me joy, I just wrote it down. And again, it just really, it makes you think and appreciate and shows you all of the things that bring you joy. Look at all this joy that I had this month. Even though it was a tough month, I was still able to come up with those things that brought me joy. And it was a lot. I have a lot to be thankful for. Then my journaling prompts, 5 things that bring joy in my life. This was interesting. Here it says, visualize a space that would bring you joy. What would it look like? I put on the beach, warm and sunny, family swimming in the ocean, dogs running on the sand, beach house behind us, fire burning on the logs, smell of the ocean breeze in the air. Then it says here, write about your favorite day of the year and what makes it your favorite. I could not come up with something. I could not come up with what my favorite day of the year was. I still haven't been able to keep with it. I don't know. I've thought about it. I've thought the whole month. I thought about it. And we're now in October and I still cannot figure out what that one favorite day of the year is. I really don't know. I've not been able to come. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. I just wasn't able to fill this particular one out. Because I didn't know. I still don't know. This is the Joy Gumball Machine. I put on here time with hubby, talking with my mom, seeing my boys, walking outside with the dogs, Bible study time, journal, and reading. And so, see, time with hubby's purple. So every time I got to spend time alone with my hubby, I filled in the purple. When I got to talk on the phone with my mom or my boys, I colored in the time I got to talk with my mom or my boys. When I got to walk outside and have outside time with my dogs, I got to fill in. So see how that works? You write what brings you joy and you put the color on it. And then every time you did that activity or you had that experience, you colored in your gumballs. So that's what mine look like. And then my joy sketch, it says look around and find 3 things that bring you joy. Sketch, doodle, or draw it out. So here I had my Bible, so I put my Bible on here. And then my view from the window. We have a gorgeous view from our window. And we have a rose bush outside. So I just put a bunch of rose stickers on here. But that's how I used this. Then, oh yes, then the recipe. And this is how I used my notes pages. I was sitting there and my dog Naya was just smiling at me. So I took a picture of Miss Naya and her beautiful smile. Look at Miss Naya. So I took a picture and printed it and put it on here. So this is how I use my note pages. Oh, here, see, this is that page I talked about. The coloring, love doing this. Absolutely love doing these activities. It's okay. I could have, but this, I absolutely love doing this. So therapeutic. And then talked about my favorite moments. My favorite snack, peanut butter on anything. Oh my gosh, that is so true. Peanut butter on apples, peanut butter on bananas, peanut butter on my ice cream, peanut butter and jelly. But it talks about my favorite things. So you got to, just myself in the face. But it gives you a thing that talks about, my favorite scars. I have so many scars. So I just filled this out. Oh, again, more journaling pages. And I just love this saying right here. Happiness is fragile. She melts under pressure. She shatters with a punch. She blows every which way the wind turns. Joy true joy is everlasting. I just love that. And then my monthly expense tracker. What I did was I just kind of wrote down what my monthly expenses were that month. And then this was the weekly. This is my first week at a glance. Oops. So see, I filled out my weekly to-dos. I wanted to clean my carpets that week. I wanted to make sure that I wanted to get better at taking my daily vitamins. I needed to get labs done that week. I had a doctor appointment that week. Here was my habit tracker. So I have on here planking, reading, walking outside with the dogs, remembering to take my vitamins, and alone time with my husband. And so every day, and then you write the goals. So see, I wanted to do this one 7 days a week. I wrote 7 days a week for all of them. And then every day that I did it, I would fill it out, and then I would write the total amount that I ended up doing at the end of that week. And then I have my meal plan for the week. It's got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like breakfast had oatmeal, lunch, veggie sandwich, dinner, spaghetti, snack, granola bar. Had a shopping list that I needed for that week. Down here for what it talks about a great moment. Said a great food with my homemade chili made by my husband. My husband makes the best homemade veggie chili I've ever had. So that was a great memory. Was my husband made me my favorite veggie homemade chili. My favorite memory was talking and spending time with my son. My favorite song for the month was still the one by Shania Twain. That's mine and my husband's wedding song. For mind, body, health plan, I just put on here color exercising one day, walking with the dog, spending time outside, reading my good book. That's how we filled this out. And then so these 2 pages right here were from the previous month. So I just kind of put a little decor right here. And then this was my journaling pages. And then this is how I did my notes pages. And then this was the next week. Same thing. Filled out. Hi, baby. Hi, sweetheart. I'm almost done, babe. And so, see, just filled out my daily journaling pages. And my notes page. Oh, this was really neat. This gave you a section of what you're currently feeling. For example, it says currently loving, currently feeling, currently enjoying, currently anticipating, currently wishing, currently reading, watching, and planning. And then I just listed all of these things that I was currently doing for this month. So that's really neat to keep track of this. And then again, pages. More journaling. This is me at work, me at home. So this is what I look like in my office at work. This is my fur babies, Kaiser and Memphis. Little inspirational quote. Stop for a moment and breathe deeply. Oh. Again, just the rest of the next week's journaling. And again, more notes pages. So see how I kind of use it as a planner, a journal, a tracker. You get to scrapbook. You really get to utilize this. You know, you're really telling your story. You're really filling this up with your story. You utilize this however you want. And of course, that's my last page. And then this is my kit that first came. So this was my September book. Now I'm into my October book. And of course, it's only the first week in October. So this is what I did for my October book. Okay, so I wrote myself another little note. And they're pretty much set up the same, but they have things a little bit different. Babe, did you need to get through? No. Oh, okay. So what I did was I took, here is my year at a glance. And I just took the previous month that I had and my notes and I put it on here. So before it was September, October, November, December. Now it's October, November, December, January. So since I already had October filled out, I just made a copy of it and just put it in here. So this was my October. And then this is, I know it's just a big, this is just the beginning of the month, but this is what, this is already filled out. I do have a vacation coming up. But yes, this is how full October is already. And again, I already had this filled out from September's book, so I just made copies of it and just put it in here. And then started along with January. And then this was my September's reflections. And then my October intentions. The mood tracker is a little bit different. This was how this one is set up. So be set up this way. October's mood tracker is set up this way. So see, they're not, see, they kind of switch it. Hi, sweetie, this is Miss Naya. This is Miss Naya. She's such a good girl. She's such a good girl. So see, this is how this one was last month. This is how October's is. So they switch it up, make it a little bit different. This is October's habit tracker. So see, it's just the first week into October. This is my sleep tracker. And again, oh, so for this month, last month it was a joy log. This month it was a patience log. And it says here, was there a moment where you felt more patient or was there a moment where you felt less patient? And write it down. And so that's what I was doing. I was writing when I had very little patience, and then the times where I had more patience. And again, it just helps you really be aware, and helps you bring more focus, and really to pay close attention to that. Here were my journaling prompts. And here again, this was fun, but I haven't thought of what to write on here yet. This is letter of gratitude. Sometimes we aren't patient with ourselves. In fact, we can often be the hardest on ourselves. We miss out on opportunities, we hold ourselves back, and we let perfectionism get in the way from living our truest potential. Think of someone who believed in you even when you didn't believe in yourself, and write them a letter. And so I'm really thinking hard on this one to give that person that's really deserving of this spot. And so I haven't come up with, there's a couple of them, but I'm trying to, there might be a couple letters. I might have a couple letters of gratitude that I put in here. And then this is the Wheel of Life. So you know how before it had the tracker that was in here and the little gumball machine? This one is the Wheel of Life, and it says for each area of your life, rank them between 1 to 10 based on how fulfilled you feel. Write them down and write down one way you can increase the level of fulfillment for any of the selections below. So like it talks about education, financial, health, career, family, spiritual relationship, romance, home environment, and adventure. And then you kind of rate them. And then you mark them on here. And then as they move around, you know, as they grow, you mark them whether that month or that week they went down on the list or they got higher on the list. You kind of keep track of it that way. This is a patience activity. Again, this is only the first week of October, so I haven't filled this section out yet. It says, choose a situation where you are currently or had previously been struggling with being patient. This could range from a minor irritation to a larger problem, such as being unemployed. Describe the situation. What feelings does this evoke? Are these feelings healthy? Have they influenced responses? And so you just kind of fill this out. I haven't gotten to this yet. Again, it's only the first week of October. So I haven't filled this activity out yet. I cannot wait to try this recipe, butternut squash curry. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to try this. This was one of my notes pages. This was my art from last month. I just put it on here. And then this was, I started my second set of journaling pages. Haven't finished them yet. And then what I did for this month, here's my monthly expense tracker. Last month, it was the full week, but the last 2 days were the 1st and 2nd of October. All of this was filled out and finished in the last week of September. So I just made a copy of it and put it on this. That way I wasn't filling this whole entire section out again. And same with these 2 pages. All of this was all filled out and completed in last month's book. So I just took copies of it because it started with only these two days. Well, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All of this was already all filled out in last month's book. So I just took copies of it and put it on here. And here is more scrapbooking. My fur babies. And then it goes into the weeks and same thing. It goes into your weeks. It goes into your habit tracker. It goes into how you want to feel, your 3 weekly goals, your weekly to-dos. And you just mark off if you were able to complete your activity for the day, you mark it off, and then you wrote how many you were able to. This is what your goal was, and then this is what the total was. And here's my first week. And I believe we are, here's just another notes page, just more artwork. And the same thing for October currently, what you're loving, what you're feeling, what you're enjoying, anticipating, what you're wishing. And then this is this week. This is Monday. So all of these things that I've done today, I will go and I will mark what I've done today. This is my meal plan for the week. This is what my health plan for the week is. My shopping list. And so, and of course the rest of the pages are blank. This is the rest of the month. So I will continue to fill this out. Again, it just ends with more note journaling pages. So this is how I use the Silk & Sonder Planner Journaling Tracker Book. Absolutely fantastic. Only $19 a month. And I have a coupon code, Sarah15 off, that will save you 15% off your first month's subscription. So not too late to order the October book. Absolutely love these. These help you keep track of so many different things, help you bring more awareness to your emotions and your feelings, helps you with your habit tracker, your food tracker, your joy tracker. This is just an absolutely fantastic book. And so I hope that you guys give these a try. And again, even if you just want to try it the one time, there's no commitment. It's month to month. You can do 1 month at a time. You could do a quarter at a time. You could do a year at a time. You cancel anytime. And I just think it's absolutely fantastic. If you have any questions, you are more than welcome to DM me. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If I am your kind of vibe, please don't forget to hit subscribe. I would love it if you'd be part of my YouTube family. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because it will notify you of all my future uploads. And I hope that you guys are out there staying safe. And happy Mental Health Awareness Day. And my Mondays are now going to be Mental Health Mondays. And every Monday I'm going to be putting up my videos on mental health, just like videos just like this. I'm going to be bringing you some great mental health activities. I got some really good mental health subscription boxes, and I have more of this to come. Again, I hope that you guys had a wonderful day, and you guys have a great night. I love you guys so much, and we'll talk to you soon.